In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different methods of transferring an image onto watercolor paper. This first method is fairly simple. All you need is a pencil and a ballpoint pen and some tape. You start by printing off your image that you want to transfer onto printer paper. You flip it over and you're going to use your pencil to transfer graphite all the way down. You can hold it onto the window to help you see through it, but I'm just going to do it here. So I'm using a 2B pencil. I like using the B leads for doing transfers because the graphite is softer and it tends to transfer easier. So you color the back or all your images on the front. You can check through the front to make sure you have it all. Then you take your watercolor paper, sometimes I like to tape it on to make sure it doesn't move on me, using painter's tape or masking tape. Then you're going to take your pen and you're going to go through and outline all of the lines, pushing fairly hard but not too hard because you don't want to damage your paper underneath. And there you have the pencil version. Now the next method we can use is using some graphite transfer paper. And that's basically the same idea. So these sheets come with graphite all on one side so you don't have to color the back. So these sheets can be used more than once. You're going to take the darker side, because that's the side with the graphite, and place it right on. Make sure you only have one. Place it onto your paper like this. Now we're going to add our herbs, our basil outline on top. Line it up. I can do the same thing and tape the top if I'm worried about it moving, maybe the side too. The nice thing about this transfer paper is if you have an image that's covering your whole paper, then it's a lot faster than having to go back and try to get your lead to cover the whole paper evenly. So you take your pen again and you go right over the image again. And this is with the transfer paper. So I want to show you the difference of pushing hard using this graphite transfer paper and pushing softly. So this is my graphite paper I just did on the back, my first one, and here is what it looks like when I push gently when I was tracing it. And here is an example of pushing as hard as I did with my transfer I did by coloring pencil on the back. So you can see it's a lot easier to transfer this with this graphite paper, but it also doesn't come up as easy, so you need to be aware of that. It doesn't erase quite as easily. Now the last method is by far the fastest, but you need more equipment. And it's actually, you can use your printer to print on here. The only catch is it has to be a printer that you can slide the paper through going flat for it being printed and it's not being pulled up and bent. I'll show you how I do it. So I'm here in my computer, and what I do is, since I can't erase this ink afterwards, I open up the image in Illustrator and I adjust the opacity to about 30% so it's a lot lighter. Now here's my printer. Yes, I have it in a drawer. And what I do is You put the paper in, you can feed individual pieces in, and it's just going to print straight through instead of being pulled from underneath and bent as it comes around. Then I come over here and I print it. And here it is. It's pretty quick. Now this printer is under $100. It's really not too expensive. It's just a laser printer. I'll link to it below. So going through, here are the 3 different methods. You can see the different kind of lines you get. This is the pencil on the back that you use, and you just colored the back and then transferred it. This one is using the transfer paper, the graphite transfer paper. And this one is using my printer. Now these lines won't erase, but these should come up a little. We'll see how this one erases. I'll show you. So this is the pencil on the back, and it erases fairly easy. But you will notice you're left with a tiny bit of an indent. It's hard to see on the camera. So you have to make sure not to push too hard or you can damage the paper. And then this is the graphite transfer paper. And it does come up, but not as easily as the pencil. So if you like the outline look, this is a really good method if you want to have your image outlined in the end. Personally, this is my favorite. It's the fastest. I just make sure I print it really light, and then you can't even see the lines once I've painted it. You don't notice it. So I hope that helped. These are the 3 different methods of transferring an image, and I hope you can use these in some of the upcoming videos I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this.